Hey guys, Nick Schaefer here, and for today's video, I'm actually going to build the remote learning template. So please note that as I'm building the remote learning template, it's going to be based off of my content area, which is economics. That's obviously what I'm familiar with. And in addition to that, also be aware that district is requiring all teachers across the district to use a cycle lesson plan of some sort with their students. We at St. George's decided to build our own that directly aligns with the expectations set by district. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So in our remote protocol playbook, we're going to start with our table of contents, and we're going to go to the section that says organizing remote learning. It's going to take us directly to that page. And as you can see on this page, Rye has provided a wealth of information for you. He provides a link of a presentation he created on how to organize and the importance of organizing Schoology as a whole. He provides a brief explanation of the actual remote learning template. He provides an overview of the organizer itself, a video on how to create an alternate organizer, and then, of course, the link to the master copy. We also have models to provide to you as well. And we also have optional links on how to utilize and embed calendars into Schoology itself. So for this, we're going to go ahead and click on link 3 and start building our master copy. So it's going to ask you to make a copy. You're, of course, going to say yes. And as it's loading, please know that it's going to provide you a week's worth of content to provide to your students. What we are asking all teachers to do is have this prepared and uploaded on Schoology every Sunday. And then close this and move it the following Saturday. And I'll show you what that looks like momentarily. So the student pacing guide is about a week's worth of work. Upload it on Sunday and then take it down the following Saturday. So on this title slide, we're going to go ahead and update it with the information it's requesting. Now, our first official work week with students starts on September 14th. So I'm going to start right there. And the week ends on the 18th, which is that Friday. Our unit name for economics, our very first one, is civics. And then I need to plug in our UEQ for that particular unit. So to kind of streamline this a little bit, I'm going to minimize this screen and pull on the student learning map. And that way I can kind of bounce between two screens here. So the UEQ is, what are the extra constitutional roles of political parties? And now I'm done my title slide. And this provides students the basic information they need to know where they're going to go over the course of this week. So let's jump to slide 2, and this will represent Monday. So Monday's date is September 14th. So I'm going to go ahead and replace this with Monday, September 14th, and I'm going to put in that day's LEQ, which is, why do political parties exist? Now, please know this LEQ may be used for one day. This LEQ may be used for multiple days. That's fine. But that spot is up there so kids know what they should be able to answer at the end of that particular day's lesson or at the end of multiple day lessons. So with that, we're going to go to the top right, and I have a section for my Microsoft Team check-in sessions. Now, I want to state this right here and right now, that I am basing it off of what I currently know in regards to the upcoming school year. On Monday, we have our full day PD with district, where we're going to go over all kinds of information. And that might mean I have to go back and kind of edit some of the things I add to this slide. And that's fine. Just be cognizant that if you build this slightly ahead of Monday's PD day, that you might have to go back and tweak a couple things. But as of right now, I'm going to make all of my Microsoft Team check-in sections optional, but it seems like you will be able to hold mandatory sessions. So for me, I'm going to have 20-minute sessions. I'm going to have one for each of my individually different classes. So I have a period 1, 2, they can join me from 9 to 9:20. For my 5-6, I'm going to make the times 12:30 to 12:50. Excuse me, there we go. And then for my 7-8, I'm going to schedule it during the 7-8 time from 1 to 1:20. And I would hyperlink these, so all the kids would have to do is click, and it would take them to that Microsoft Team check-in session. So now we get down to the due date for this particular slide of assignments. Now, again, we will be getting information on Monday on what we can or cannot do in regards to late work. But currently, my plan is to assign this work on Monday, September 14th, and request that this work be due on September 15th. I'm giving them that day and the following day to complete all of this slide's assignments. Moving down, we will have a daily attendance check-in that will be given to us by district office. I currently do not have that yet, so I can't hyperlink this, but I do already have it pre-built in my actual slide itself. I'm going to pop it in as about maybe taking 5 minutes. Again, this could change depending on what the link actually looks like, and I'm not going to assign a point value for an attendance check-in. So my first actual activity for the day is going to be a daily instructions video explanation, which is what I'm calling Dive. And I'm going to go ahead and hyperlink this. So I'm going to highlight, and I'm going to hit this ellipses option here, and then click on the paperclip option. I'm then going to go to my video, which I have already pre-recorded. I'm going to copy the URL, head back to the student pacing guide, paste and hit apply. And as you can see, the font color changed, showing that that actual activity is now hyperlinked. This video is roughly about 10 minutes long, so I'm going to go ahead and plug in 10. And it's a video to kind of tell them what they're expected to do for the day, so I'm not going to assign any formative points to it. For my next activity, I'm going to plug in Hamilton versus Jefferson Thought Bubble assignment. This is a new assignment that I built for this upcoming semester. So I'm going to head to it in Schoology. And I'm going to, again, copy this URL. If you weren't aware, every Schoology page has its own unique URL. So by copying and pasting this here, if students click on that particular link, it will take them to that exact assignment in Schoology. They don't have to try and find it. It's all right here built into this particular slide. Now, this assignment usually takes about 15 minutes to complete if students were in class with me. However, because we are doing remote learning, we want to make sure that we're paying attention to this part right here. Please note that it takes students approximately double the amount of time to complete tasks in a remote setting, specifically assignments. So if this is about 15 minutes worth of work in class, I need to double that to 30. And I know that I'm already going to plan on making this a 10 formative point assignment. And then I'm ready for the next thing, which is Rise of Political Parties, which is a reading. So I'm going to head to that specific assignment in Schoology. Again, a different URL up here. Copy, head back, highlight, paperclip, paste, and apply. This would take about 15 minutes if we were in class together. I'm going to double, which means it'll take 30 minutes. And this is roughly about 8 formative points. And then the last thing I'm going to require students to do on this particular day is complete a daily reflection slide. I'm going to head to that particular assignment in Schoology, copy. Let me try that again. There we go. Highlight, click the paperclip option, paste, and apply. This takes about roughly between 7 and 8 minutes, so I'm going to double that to 15 minutes. And then this slide is going to be roughly 10 formative points. So at the end of this, because I teach a 90-minute class, my time, when you add all of this up, should equate to 90 minutes worth of work, specifically doubling the assignment time. So what you see here is we got our 30, 60, 70, 75, and then when you plus the 15, we have 90. So I've met that quota for the day. So please make sure that if you teach a 90-minute class, please ensure that you're providing 90 minutes worth of instruction. 45-minute class, that you're providing 45 minutes worth of instruction, and anything else that's uniquely different. Please ensure again that you are providing the length of instruction that students have that class for. So on the bottom, we're going to update our office hours. I am assuming that district will want us to have office hours of between 8 to 3 p.m. because those are the hours we would normally be working if we were in the building. But I'm going to extend mine a little longer. So I'm going to go from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., knowing that I may have to go back and change that depending on the information that I receive on Monday. And then I'm going to add all of the different communication tools that students have access to reach me. So they can reach me by Remind, Schoology message, or email me at my actual email address. All right. And then I would actually hyperlink all three of these. So again, all kids have to do is click and they have instant access to me. So this is what I would do, and I would do this over the course of all of the different days. So this would be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday looks uniquely different. For Friday, we are not assigning new work. We are providing students an opportunity to catch up on that week's assignments on Friday. Not only does this buy them additional time to work on assignments that they've missed over the course of the week, it also provides you time as an instructor to communicate with students, communicate with parents, grade, and hold any extra support meetings that you need with your students. One other tip that I would provide is to kind of save you time. As you can see, I already have my optional Microsoft Team check-in sessions in the top right on Monday's slide. If I plan to hold those times every day, all I have to do is copy, and I can replace this box with the new information. And then, of course, I would ensure that it fits on the actual slide itself. And just another technique to save time. And you can do the same thing with your office hour box. Just kind of paste it across the board. And that way you don't have to constantly keep retyping this slide after slide after slide. So I'm going to now show you what this looks like when the entire week is complete. Please know that this pacing guide actually doesn't take an incredibly long time. Once the assignments are pre-created, you're pretty much just kind of hyperlinking the actual slides themselves. So as you can see, I have my title slide here, which we built together. Monday's learning, but on this one, this is my master copy. So I do have the Microsoft Team times already hyperlinked. All kids have to do is click on this and it'll take them to that Microsoft Team. In addition, I have my the different ways that students can communicate with me hyperlinked as well. So they can click on Remind and it will take them to that specific Remind page in Remind itself. And then, of course, kids can access all of the daily learning by clicking on the different hyperlinks. I do the same thing for Tuesday with new activities and a new LAQ. Same thing on Wednesday with new activities and a new LAQ. Again on Thursday, new activities with a new LAQ. All of my times adding up to 90 minutes for every day. And then Friday, other than the attendance check-in, providing them the time that they need to actually complete all of the work for that week. So now that we've completed our weekly pacing guide, what I want to do is show how you can insert this into Schoology. So I'm going to head to my Schoology page, and I'm already in my materials page here, and this is how I'm going to structure my Schoology class. All of my usual Schoology folders and Schoology assignments, I actually kind of plugged it in this folder, which says no need to access this folder. I do not want kids to worry about going through all of these uniquely different folders, trying to find assignments, so on and so forth. I want to streamline the learning experience to make it as friendly as I possibly can for my students, my parents, admin, and our learning support coaches, and anyone else that needs access to our actual Schoology course. The only other folders I would have on my page is information in regards to the syllabus, and then my previous student pacing guides. So if a week has passed, I would put that student pacing guide here so students still have access to it, but I would always have the most up-to-date student pacing guide as the big focal point of this page. So let me show you how to do that. So you're going to click on Add Materials. You're going to click Add Page. And I'm going to call it Weekly Student Pacing Guide. And then we need to pull this in from Google Drive. So you're going to click on this icon here that says Insert Content. Go to Google Drive Resource App, and then you have to find it. I kind of know where mine is, so I just need to find the folder itself. Mine is located where it says Remote Hybrid Learning. And then I'm going to click into my syllabus folder. And then here's my student pacing guide. So I'm going to click on this box on the left-hand side, click Import, and I'm going to ensure that I click Import Embed. It's going to bring it in. It's going to look like this. This is normal. I'm then going to move down to this option, and I will click this option on, which is Display Inline. And then when I hit Create, there it is. And I can bring this to the very top. And this is the first thing students see when they click materials. It's definitely drawing the eyes and getting people's attention, which is what I want. And all kids have to do is, again, click Next. And then they can actively click on any of the unique URLs. Please note that it doesn't have to be URLs in just Schoology. For instance, I have a Padlet exit ticket here. I could literally link the Padlet right into the pacing guide. What I have here is an Edpuzzle, same thing. It's going to take them straight to the Edpuzzle assignment. So you can really just add anything into this pacing guide and it should work, no problem. So this video hopefully is kind of makes a lot of sense. It makes you feel a little bit at ease in what SG is requiring our teachers to do. Again, this is to streamline the process and make it easier for our students, parents, support staff, and admin to access what we're asking kids to do on a weekly basis. If you have any questions or concerns whatsoever, of course, please feel free to reach out to me. Please note that we will be going over this on Tuesday's full PD day at St. George's. That will take place as we provide an overview of the Remote Learning Protocol Playbook. So you will receive additional information on the student pacing guide. And with that, that's all I have. So please have a great day, and I will talk to you all in the near future. Take care. Bye.